back to another episode of Baby Time. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own felt storyboard from home. So some of the items that you will need are hot glue, a couple of hot glue sticks. So I have my hot glue gun. It is heating up as we speak. An X-Acto knife. You may need assistance. I may bring in assistance for this one if I do decide to go with the X-Acto knife, because I just don't necessarily feel comfortable using it, but we're all adults, so by any means use what you would like. But I also have scissors, a ruler. You would need a ruler if you're going to be using your X-Acto knife. Old cardboard. This one that I am using is an 18 by 12 by 10, and you have felt. So for your felt story, this is going to be your background color, so you want to keep it kind of neutral and really as muted as possible. So I may use black. Black is a good option, blue, or maybe white felt, maybe green if you have that. I would say stay away from like bright colors. You will need some tape, and let's get started. So as you see, we have the box. It's about a medium-sized box, and the first thing we're gonna do is get rid of the smaller rectangle area of your box. So the first thing you wanna do is, I'm actually gonna use this side just because it's facing the camera, is I'm just gonna cut along this line here. And this is the part where you can use scissors or your X-Acto knife. And as you see, the scissors are a little bit tough to me, so I'm gonna bring in a little help with me to kind of help me cut along this line with the X-Acto knife.
I'm gonna continue with the X-Acto knife. So take your X-Acto knife and take your ruler, and I'd hold my X-Acto knife down where I'm gonna cut, bring my ruler to it, and find where I want my X-Acto knife cut to end. Okay, so you're gonna, by the way, this ruler helps not only give a straight line, but also protect your fingers. So, now that I got my ruler in place, hold it down firmly, and we're gonna start from the top and go down the bottom, and we're gonna do a couple of shallow cuts. You don't need to try and get it down in one single cut. It's a little safer and cleaner if you try and do this in about 2 or 3 cuts. And you also won't cut down into your bottom piece of cardboard as much. Let me get that a little bit more. Lifting it away just to make sure. There we go. And that's cut off. All right. It helps to have an extra piece of cardboard, but since this is double-sided, it's already protecting whatever surface you're cutting on. Alright, let's do this again. Hold the X-Acto knife down, bring the ruler to it, hold ruler tight, and then 2 or 3 shallow cuts. And then, there we go. And that lifts away, and you can save this for a project or throw it away.
Okay, so now that we have our cardboard cut out here, you see that it makes this triangle here. So what we're gonna do next is actually tape alongside the top here. And this is so it'll stay sturdy, and then the next part is just literally gluing, hot gluing the felt to one side of your board, or 2 if you'd like. So let's grab our tape. Okay, so I kind of eyeballed that. It's a little long here. I'm gonna go ahead and add that tape to one side here, about halfway on, like so. And I pull the other side of the cardboard up here, and I just fold. So you can use duct tape, any type of tape that can pretty much hold some thick cardboard pieces together. So I got one piece on, I'm gonna add a few more. Like so. Boom. Pretty sturdy. You can put it in any room, keep it in your room. You see? Cool. So next thing you want to do is grab your pieces of felt. So I think we have a blue felt board here at the library, so I'm going to do black. Now, of course you want bigger pieces of felt than this. This is just what we have. It'll make this whole project a lot more easier. That's why I went ahead and taped it, just because we are using smaller pieces. But if I had a bigger piece, I would have probably laid it across the side, folded it around, and that would have been it. So I'm just gonna glue these pieces on top of this part here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my glue gun. We just need it to kind of stick as good as possible right now to see how we're gonna lay out all of our different felt pieces, and then we can go back, of course, and add glue under the pieces that look like they may be lifting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add glue across the top so we can add it on later. This is probably the most important part, so we can keep the felt sticking to the top of the cardboard. Extension cord's not that long. So I kind of worked backwards here. This process may have been a little bit easier had I had done it just on a flat surface before I taped it. So if you want to do that, I would highly recommend it, just so you're working with a flat surface and you're not getting, you know, the glue's not dripping. Okay, it's looking like that. So what I'm gonna do off camera is I'm gonna go ahead and just glue under the areas that are somewhat lifting, and then I'll come back. Okay, so we're back. I did go ahead and glue under all the felt pieces that are flat on the cardboard. Now there are some little pieces that are hanging off the side, like you see here at the top and on the side here. And what I'm gonna do, you can use hot glue for this part as well, but just to make it a little bit easier, I'm gonna use our tape, since it is strong enough, I think, to tape this down. So I'm just gonna grab a few pieces here. I would highly recommend some type of duct tape. Okay, so if you see the back pieces here, I'm just taping along that edge with a few pieces. So now that you have your own personal felt board made, there are tons of ideas and things that you can do with it. So you can Google felt stories, felt games, and so here at the library we actually create kits for Guess Me games outside of our stores. We do have kits for stories as well. So we have Guess Me games. So I'm gonna give you a demonstration of what a Guess Me game on a felt board may look like. And this one is called Little Snowball. So what we did is we cut out mittens of all different colors, and this kind of helps teach your child, well, this does teach your child different colors that they may be learning in school. And so, of course, your child would not be looking at you during this part, but you would hide your snowball, and the snowball would just be small enough to fit behind one of the mittens. And so you sing the rhyme, and it goes a little something like this. It goes, little snowball, soft and round, behind which mitten can you be found? And you say, is it the red one? Yes, no. No, it's not behind the red one. Let's sing the rhyme again. Little snowball, soft and round, behind which mitten can you be found? Is it the yellow one? It is the yellow one. The little snowball is behind the yellow mitten. And so those are just some different ideas for little felt stories and hide me games that you can do from home. I hope you enjoyed today's baby time. Like I said, make sure to join us on in another 2 weeks. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.